Hi everyone, Ashley here, and I am just doing my morning quiet time, and I just wanted to say hello, but I really wanted to share this with you guys because I'm reading in my Bible Psalms 42 and 43, and it is just a beautiful Psalms. It's a real Psalms. It talks about real struggles and real things, and specifically it's about the person who wrote this. They're not sure exactly who wrote it, but the person who wrote it was feeling really down and really depressed, and just their soul was downcast and disturbed. That's what it says in here. And I know for me, I felt like this before, and I bet you have felt like this before, or you're feeling like this right now. And I love this Psalms, and I wanted to take out some things to share with you guys about this Psalms, and just to see how this person struggled with their depression or sadness and what they did to turn to God. And I want to help you guys see what you can do to learn from this. So again, Psalms 42 and 43. And the main point I took out of this was that when this person was down, all he wanted to do was be with God. So when they were feeling down and depressed, all they wanted to do was be with God. I know for me, when I'm down and depressed, sometimes, to be honest, I'm like, I don't want to be with God. He's not listening to me. He's not answering my prayers. I feel like giving up in praying. I myself do not naturally turn to God. But it is so encouraging to read about this person who thirsts for God even though he's going through such a rough time. And let me read this to you guys, starting in verse 1. As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God. His soul thirsts for God. My soul thirsts for you, God, the living God. When can I go and meet with you? And this just keeps going throughout these Psalms. I want to show you guys how I marked this up. It's a big Bible. Bear with me here. But here, let's see if I can focus on it. Yeah. So I just marked it up with where he's saying these things in this Psalms. Struggle bus and okay, focus. Okay. So it goes on to say, for him, all he wants to do is be with God. It says, I will put my hope in you. You are God, my stronghold. Send me your light and your faithful care. Bring me to your holy mountain, to the place where you dwell. Then I will go to the altar, to God my joy and my delight. I will praise you. I will put my hope in you. So, what this is saying is that when his soul is down, he just wants to be with God. And this is so amazing because truly God is the only thing that is going to give you hope and joy during your time where your soul is downcast. Okay, I'm moving over because the sun is a little bright. There we go. Okay. So why am I struggling here? It's okay. So the second point that I wanted to share with you guys is that he pours out his soul to God. And verse 4 in chapter 42 says, I pour out my soul. Another thing he says, I pray to the God of my life. Why have you forgotten me? Why must I go about mourning? Why do I have to be oppressed by the enemy? Why do I suffer mortal agony? Why do my enemies oppress me? So he's asking why to God. Why do I feel this way? Why am I struggling? I'm feeling like this. He's laying it all out on the table for God. And I think that's what God wants us to do. He doesn't want us to be fake. He wants us to be real, open, and honest with him. And we lay it all out on the table for him. we feel freer when we do that. And this is what he does. And he even begs God to rescue him, to vindicate him. He honestly says, God, come rescue me. That's what I need. I cannot rescue myself. I need you. The third point is he remembers who God is and the good that God does. So when our life is terrible, there is still someone who's good. And there is still someone who does good things. And when our life sucks, we need to turn to God for that goodness.
Amen.
Are you listening to me?
I promise I just came out here right now.
Okay, so he says, all right, I'm losing my train of thought now.
Sorry.
He says, God is the mighty one. He says, this is what God is still doing in his life. By the day, the Lord directs his love, and at night, his song is with him. He says that God is his stronghold, so the place of his security and his survival. He says God is his light. He is still the one who gives him faithful care, that he is his joy and his delight. God, his rock. So the only